The day Leon was born, half the world seemed to smile upon him, as if destiny itself had chosen him for greatness. Later, Leon stumbled upon the hero's emblem, a symbol of his inevitable rise. Yet, amidst this unfolding tale, Kong found himself bewildered. By now, Leon should be with Abel. Today was supposed to mark a significant turning point in the story. So why was Leon here, swinging his sword, rather than fulfilling that destined moment? Our boy pondered this inconsistency, his mind racing. Could it be that Kong had unknowingly disrupted an important event between Leon and Abel? But no, nothing unusual had occurred overnight when the two had been together. Even if Leon had discovered something unsettling, fighting over it would have been utterly pointless. Still, something felt off. As Leon gracefully swung his new sword, the glint of its blade caught our boy's eye. His heart skipped a beat. He recognized it instantly, Bamong. Yet, something was different. The sword, infamous in the lore, appeared incomplete. Bamong, the most cursed and wicked demonic sword within the setting, lay before him. At its heart gleamed a blue gem, the ether jewel. This gem was no ordinary adornment. It was a catalyst capable of imbuing holy power into the demonic blade, suppressing its chaotic magic. However, since Bamong itself was born of magic, the jewel could only temper its nature so much. The true character of the wielder would always seep through. In the original game, Bamong was a blade of duality. Depending on the player's choices, it could manifest as either a sword of salvation or one of ruin. A chilling thought crossed our boy's mind. Could Leon be teetering towards the darker path? Before he could delve deeper, Leon interrupted, his tone casual. "Think of this as a friendly sparring match," he said, stepping forward. "I've never been good at lying." The honesty in Leon's words unsettled our boy. He realized Leon intended to use Bamong to sharpen his own skills, even if it meant using Kong as a stepping stone. Though he could somewhat understand Leon's actions, this was all speculation. One fact remained certain: the so-called orb was merely a convenient excuse. With a serious expression, Leon declared, "I don't have much time. Let's get started." Without waiting for a reply, he charged at Kong with blistering speed. The scene then shifted. Elsewhere, Saki was visibly irritated as she crossed paths with Batten. Her frustration boiled over. "Of all people, why did it have to be you?" she snapped. Batten, clearly confused, retorted, "Do you think I wanted to run into you?" Saki's glare intensified. "Those who sent you clearly have no sense of direction. Stop shouting and just follow me quietly," she huffed. But Batten, never one to back down, raised an eyebrow. "Are you looking for someone? Could it be Kongjiyama?" Saki's immediate yes triggered a mischievous grin from Batten. "Don't tell me, Saki, you've caught feelings for him. Why would you think that?" Saki shot back, flustered. Batten chuckled. "Just a month ago, all you did was lounge around the archery range. But ever since you started hanging around Kongjiyama, you've been strangely proactive. You used to hate hacking, said it was annoying. Yet now, you're taking on tasks nobody even asked you to do. That's not like you." Saki abruptly halted. Batten, caught off guard, bumped into her. Irritated, he grumbled, "You can't just stop like that." With a faint blush coloring her cheeks, Saki murmured, "Was it really that obvious?" Batten's playful demeanor shifted. "Have you been possessed or something? Or maybe someone used a spell on you," he teased. Enraged, Saki delivered a sharp punch to Batten's face. But their quarrel was interrupted by a sudden, deep rumble. "What was that?" Saki asked, alarmed. "An earthquake, maybe?" Batten guessed. "No," Saki responded, her eyes narrowing. "This feels different. This is Kongjiyama." The narrative returned to Leon and Kong. In a single, fluid motion, Leon shattered our boy's machete. Kang's eyes widened, stunned by Leon's overwhelming strength. "Why aren't you fighting back?" Leon questioned, stepping closer. "Even if you knew I'd miss, isn't it disrespectful to stand there doing nothing?" Meanwhile, our boy's thoughts raced. Honestly, Kong hadn't even reacted. He hadn't expected Leon to actually swing Bamong. But now, with reality catching up, he couldn't just recklessly engage in a battle he didn't comprehend. Our boy hesitated. If Kong activated his blessing, he might overwhelm Leon. Yet, if he faltered, Leon, wielding the protagonist's blessing, the miracle blessing, would undoubtedly defeat him. This delicate balance made every move treacherous, Leon, seeing Kang's internal struggle, offered no reprieve. "Pick up your sword," he said firmly. "This duel was always going to happen." With that, Leon lunged again, striking with precision and force. On the sidelines, our boy found the situation absurd. To face a monster like Leon without the aid of a blessing was nothing short of reckless. Realizing the inevitable, Kang activated his blessing. As their weapons clashed, a tremendous explosion of aura erupted around them. Energy rippled through the air as the two combatants locked blades, neither yielding an inch. Both Kang and Leon, now fully engaged, mirrored each other's ferocity. But as they continued to exchange blows, our boy instinctively backed away from Leon's relentless assault. Yet Leon, ever the aggressor, wasted no time. Seizing the opening, he charged at Kang once more, swinging Ba-meng with lethal intent. Our boy, however, managed to evade the strike by a hair's breadth. The battle had only just begun. To Kang's surprise, Leon swung his sword once more, this time from the right with lightning speed. Kang barely managed to evade the strike, shifting his weight just in time. But Leon, relentless as ever, gave Kang no room to breathe. Without wasting a single second, he launched a frontal assault. He launched a frontal strike. Yet again, our boy instinctively pushed himself away, narrowly dodging the deadly strike of Ba-meng's blade. Realizing he needed to change tactics, Kang swiftly reached into his bag and retrieved his trusted Sashimi swords. Without hesitation, he hurled them toward Leon, aiming to create an opening. However, Leon's combat prowess was on full display. With a single, fluid swing of Ba-meng, he effortlessly deflected and shattered every one of Kang's thrown blades, rendering the attempt futile. The sheer force behind Leon's counter left Kang momentarily stunned. Before he could react, Leon surged forward, closing the distance between them in the blink of an eye. Kang's eyes widened in disbelief as Leon appeared right before him, sword poised to strike. At the very last second, Kang dropped to the ground, narrowly ducking beneath the incoming strike. Leon's blade, though missing its intended target, collided with the stone pillars behind Kang, obliterating them into a cascade of rubble. Seizing the moment, Kang used the crumbling pillars to his advantage. With agile movements, he leapt from one broken column to another, creating distance between himself and the relentless protagonist. Our boy thought to himself, Leon's growth since the midterms is on an entirely different level. There has to be a limit to protagonist buffs, right? Yet here we are, Leon keeps leveling up while the rest of us struggle to keep pace. But before Kang could even catch his breath, Leon was upon him once more. Like a shadow that refused to be outrun, Leon matched Kang's every step, his blade flashing as he struck again. Kang, relying on pure instinct and reflex, managed to dodge yet another devastating attack. The ground beneath him cracked and crumbled from the sheer impact of Leon's strike. For a brief moment, Kang noticed a shift. The vibrant aura enveloping Leon's sword began to flicker, its brilliance dimming ever so slightly. It was a sign Leon was finally tiring. Recognizing this opportunity, our boy steeled himself. With his Sashimi sword now firmly in hand, and his blessing of the sword god activated, Kang advanced toward Leon. As Kang closed the distance, his voice cut through the tension. "Why, Leon? Why are you going this far?" he asked. Leon's gaze drifted upward, his expression distant as if recalling a memory. He remembered the words of a higher being, a voice that had once told him, "If it's you, Leon, you can bring happiness to everyone in this world." That promise, that burden, weighed heavily on him. Suddenly, the aura surrounding Leon reignited, but this time it radiated a golden yellow hue. With a faint, almost bittersweet smile, Leon turned to Kang. "You'll understand soon enough, Kang. With this strike, you'll see who is who." In an instant, Leon unleashed his power. The entire area was engulfed in his golden aura, the light suffocating and overwhelming. He charged forward, his sword gleaming with righteous fury, aiming to land a decisive blow on Kang. But our boy was ready. Channeling the full might of his blessing of the sword god, Kang met Leon head-on. With a single, perfectly timed strike, Kang's Sashimi sword clashed against Ba-meng, shattering the oppressive aura and sending a shockwave rippling through the battlefield. Leon's attack faltered, and the golden glow emanating from Ba-meng faded away. Staggering back, Leon found himself defeated. In the quiet aftermath, Leon's thoughts turned inward. The voice believed in me, he mused, believed I was the one who could bear this destiny. Yet as his gaze fell upon Kangjiyama, standing tall, unwavering despite everything, an unsettling realization dawned upon him. It should have been Kangjiyama. He was the one who deserved to be chosen, not me.